Hey guys, it's Panda here, and today I got a little bit different video, just kind of going over what's wrong with Tamer's WW at the moment on console. Now, if you don't know what WW means, I'm just calling it off of WW because that's what we call it on PC, because you tap WW to do it, or you can key bind your WW key to something else and just hold it down. Now, basically, what it is on console is forward on your left thumbstick, or you hold forward with your left thumbstick and you tap LT. Now, you can do either way to make it work. But on PC, how it is what they did is they added a setting that basically you can, instead of tapping forward with your WW with your keyboard, you can bind it to another button. So say you bind it to one of your mouse buttons, and you can hold that button down and it will just do this. And instead of you needing to tap, there's like no delay, so it actually makes it so this is very useful, and makes it so it's very consistent. Now if you look on here, there is like a small little gap because it does like a little stutter before it wants to go off. Now that little gap will get you killed on console pretty easy, and what's annoying about it is that because we don't have it to where it's very consistent, we can't use this iframe. And as a tamer, you need every iframe in your build as you can, because you are so squishy that if you're not in your iframe or anything like that, you are going to get one shot pretty much. And I am full pen armor, and I will still get one shot. Now, what the devs did do for this was, instead of pressing forward, we can press have forward and press LT. The problem is it tries to sprint in between. If you it does that, see how it goes into a sprint for a second? Now it does this up until you're under 40% stam. Once you're under 40, it's very consistent, as you see, because you can't sprint anymore. So what they could do to basically fix this is on Musa and Valkyrie they can go forward and dash by just holding forward and LT. Okay, so I'm over here on my Valkyrie just to kind of show it a little bit of what I mean. And Musa also has this exact same way built into their thing, and if we could just have this on a Tamer, it would make Tamer at least better in a sense. There's still problems with Tamer, but this would help an extreme amount. So now, instead of pressing forward or holding forward and pressing LT, all you have to do if you're in Awakened on Valk, you can just hold forward and hold LT, and it will just keep doing its chase, its deathline chase. Now Musa is the same way, and everything else is the same way. So if we have put this just on the Tamer to where in pre-awaken, all you have to do is hold forward and hold LT to be able to do the WW or forward, then it would make it a lot more consistent, and you wouldn't get these stutter steps in between. Because as a PvPer, we do not need the sprint. If we have to sprint, we will literally put our weapon away and we will be able to sprint. There's multiple classes out there that can't sprint unless they put their weapons away, and there's no reason that on Tamer and pre-awaken we need to sprint. It would be much more beneficial to us if we could just do it like the Valkyrie or like the Musa, to where we can just hold down LT and have this very consistent dash. Okay, so to go over this one time real quick in real time, this is basically a clip just showing how squishy Tamer is. Now as you can see here, this lawn had to do little to no effort to kill me once I was down on the ground. As a Tamer, I accept that. I'm very squishy. I'm perfectly fine with this. And this was also my fault that I died here, so it's not due to the WW. But what I'm showing here is why we need everything to work, because if our WW is not consistent, we will die instantly. So here's a slow down. It does one spin and basically nukes my health. And that is how squishy Tamer can be. Now Tamer is also has a lot of damage, and if your iframes and everything do work perfectly fine in that fight, you will nuke the person very easily. So yes, it's a double-edged sword, but we also need our iframes and everything to work perfect, or we will get caught and get nuked instantly. As you can see there, I killed that person. Now this clip here, I'm 1v1ing my friend. Now this shows the stutter step that can happen while trying to do WW. I literally get stuck, I can't go into my forward iframe, so I end up having to do another skill, and I almost get caught because of it. So right here, when I do my little turn around, and I start doing my WW, and as you can see, it's just doing a small little stutter step forward. And that would get me caught if he was paying attention, or if there was multiple people on me. We cannot have this little stutter step that happens and not want the skill to go off, because this will happen more consistently than you think it would. That little stutter step will kill you every time in an open group thing. As you see that little stutter step, and then I have to go into another skill to be able to keep going. Now, my other skills were working perfectly fine, luckily, so I did get the kill here. But if I was in any group PvP here, that little stutter step would get me killed instantly, because that right there is a whole second of me out of iframe, and to one meteor hitting my head, I'm nuked instantly. Okay, so now that we're back on Tamer, as we can see, a lot of our cancels and stuff can go off of WW2. So we have Scratch, which is an SA, to also stiffen, so it's a nice little catch that you can do. So sometimes you'd want to WW and Scratch instantly, and you catch that guy there. But because our WW is so inconsistent at times, we can get that stutter step to where it just doesn't want to go off, and we can get caught in that very easily. And if they just made it to where instead of you got rid of this sprint here, this little sprint we do not need, and they just made it to where it was like PC, to where you can hold down your one thing. They don't even need to give us a WW option. They just take away the sprint off of a pre-awakening, make it to where we hold LT, hold forward, and it does this. It will do our forward evasion. This is what we would help Tamer out tremendously on console. Alright guys, now I know this video is kind of showing the thing that's wrong with the game at the moment, but I do want to give a big shout out to Trent. Now RCMs on this game are amazing, and Trent has been a great help for me the whole time on here. He stops by stream, says what's up. So big shout out to Trent, and he's actually the one that told me to do this video so he can get it looked into, because as a Tamer you're so squishy that with this iframe working, you can get killed a lot easier than what it should be, and this is just a small step to making one class better on console to playing how it should be. And knows they fix this class, and maybe I can make more videos on what's wrong with other classes for console specific. That's not really wrong with the class generally, it's wrong because the console can't do it itself. Now hopefully this video will help the devs and everybody see like how they can kind of fix this and go around it. Obviously it's their game, they know the coding very well. I don't know the coding and how everything will work, but just that little being able to hold my left trigger and hold forward and just do this instantly would make the gameplay on Tamer so much more enjoyable. Now thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and until next time guys, thank you.